right, so in the question this week, NanoSmurf submitted a great question on the YouTube video for the last episode that we have, and his question is, what kind of things do you do to help the Earth?
That is such a good question. So there's some things that MiniMonos does to help the Earth. Obviously, the whole purpose of MiniMonos is to help create a more sustainable future for the planet. So yeah, we really care a lot about the environment. So some of the things that we do are, for example, the servers that MiniMonos runs on. What we do is we offset the energy use for those servers.
Okay.
So
what are servers?
Servers are basically the big computers. So when you log into MiniMonos and you go visit your treehouse, you're accessing one of our computers in order to do that. And so our computer servers, they use a certain amount of energy. And the way that we offset them, it's quite interesting. There are different ways to offset. Some people, when they offset, they plant trees. And the idea is that the amount of carbon that's being used gets offset by the trees that they plant. What we do is something a little bit different. We purchase what we call renewable energy credits. Okay. What that means is that when you power your computer servers, the energy to power those servers comes from the grid, right? When you plug into the wall, you're getting energy from this national grid of energy supply. And what we do is we make sure that we are putting energy into the grid, the same amount that our servers use, we put into the grid from a renewable source such as solar or wind or water. Okay. Hydro. And so we make sure that the power that our servers are using is coming from renewable source. Now what we can't do, we can't actually make that exact energy be renewable, right? We can't plug the servers directly into a wind turbine. Yes. But we can make sure that the grid is being supplied with enough renewable energy to power our servers.
So when you buy these credits,
yep.
You don't exactly say, well, we own 1/100th of a wind turbine somewhere in the world.
No.
But in effect, that's what you're doing.
Yes and no. So if you owned a wind turbine, you could produce power as long as you wanted, right? As long as the wind turbine's running. What we're doing is we purchase credits on a yearly basis.
Yep.
So we say for this year we have this many servers and they use up this much power, and so therefore we're going to put into the grid this much renewable power.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's one thing we do. The other thing we do, many of you monkeys already know, whenever any monkey buys a gold membership, your gold membership goes to supply clean water for children in India, which is something we're so passionate about because water supply is a really big issue for millions of people, more than 1 billion people around the world. It is a huge, huge health issue and environmental issue. And so we're really grateful to every monkey who buys a gold membership because that goes to help a child in India who needs clean water in order to grow up strong.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, there you go,
monkeys.
monkeys.
Good question.
It was a great question from NanoSmurf. Thank you very much. And I think that pretty much answers it all.
Excellent.
Cool. Okay, now it's time for my little surprise. Now, a while ago, and we talked about pets on the show. We did. And we talked about animals, and we also talked about favourite monkeys.
Yeah. Mine was the pygmy.
And mine was the
mini
dancing
monkey.
lemur. Now, for those of you who know anything about lemurs, there's also some other types of lemur, like a black and white ruffled lemur.
Oh.
Okay. And at our local wildlife park here in Christchurch, which is Rana Park, we have the opportunity of hand feeding them. So learning more about them and kind of hand feeding them.
Cool.
So for my girlfriend's birthday, I took her along to feed the lemurs.
Oh, how
So
great.
I have some photos of us feeding the lemurs. And the coolest thing that I found out when I was there is not only is that they're actually endangered, so we need to help them out and protect them as much as we can, but they have hands like ours. They actually have little fingernails, little black fingernails. Yeah, and their hands...
Do they file them or paint them?
No, they were all black.
They don't need to paint them because they're all black. They don't need to paint them. So yeah, their hands were quite leathery, which is good because they hang with their hands in their tails. Did you hold their hands?
Yeah.
How cool!
We weren't allowed to pat them or stroke them, but if they came near us, we were able to feed them, and if they grabbed hold of us, then that was cool.
Yeah.
Of course, because they're in a zoo and we don't want to make them too friendly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we had a family. There was a mum and dad and 3 young ones, and so we fed them bananas, and it was awesome. So hopefully, you enjoyed the photos, and
excellent.
If you have anything like that you've done, We'd love to see the photos.
Yeah, send us the photos. Send them up, put them up on the blog, or you can, you know what, you can even email them, and we can. I think if you send us photos, we can include them on Fan Art Friday.
Fan Art Friday.
And just one thing to make sure, if your photo includes your face at all, please make sure that your parents send us an email and let us know that it's okay to use that. Otherwise, what we'll do is we can use the photo and we can just blur out the face.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Excellent.
So I hope you enjoyed the photos, and look forward to seeing your adventures out there.
Okay, monkeys, that's it for this episode of MiniMonos TV. Hope you enjoyed it and can't wait to see you in 2 weeks' time for the next episode. In the meantime, what we need to see, we still have a target. We got a lot of comments last week, by the way.
We got
last
lot
episode.
of comments.
We got a lot of
comments,
but we did not get the target number, which is 250 comments. That's what we're after.
See what you did there.
You see what I did there? Yeah. Okay, so last week we got probably 30 comments, which I think is maybe the most we've gotten. But we're gonna go. Let's go at least 50 this episode, and then we'll keep growing until we hit our 250 mark. That'll be perfect. So let's go for 50 comments this episode.
Yep.
And so please leave a comment and let us know what your questions are, so that we can use it for question of the week for the next episode of MiniMonos TV. Let us know your comments. Let us know your photos of any interactions you've had with animals. Fan Art Friday, any fan art you've done, let us know. We want to hear from you all the time. So thanks so much for watching, monkeys, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time on the next episode of MiniMonos TV. And we'll see you on MiniMonos Island well before then.
We will.
Take care, monkeys.
Bye,
Thanks
monkeys.
for watching.